Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2025 Acura MDX A-Spec with advanced package in urban gray pearl with an ebony interior. This is the highest model you can get on the MDX, not including the Type S. Technically, it's your highest model. Below the A-Spec with advanced, you have an advanced package, so you can have the same features as this one, just without the A-Spec looks. Below that, you have the A-Spec. I skipped one. Below the A-Spec, you have the technology package. And below that, you have your traditional MDX model, which you start off from. So on the A-Spec and advanced, you're gonna get all of the A-Spec design cues. You can see everything's all blacked out, mostly gloss black. Starting off with the front fascia here, you do have the signature dual LED headlamps, so high beam and low beam. You do have the chicane LED daytime running lights, and you have the LED turn signals as well. The advanced with A-Spec also will give you LED fog lights. Up above from the bumper here, you do have a bumper curtain here. It's not functional, but do give you kind of that sporty design. Sensors in the front bumper. You have more gloss black at the lower portion here and wrapped around this flat black. The lower grille will be flat black with more of that urban gray pearl, which is a beautiful color on the MDX. The video is not doing it justice. You got to see this thing in person. You see that pearl, the shimmer on there. Your grille is the new frameless Pentagon grille that I think started on the Integra, and now the MDX has it, gloss black. Of course, you have the huge Acura emblem up front. Also house your radar for your Acura watch safety features. From the front of the MDX, just give you a very menacing look, especially on the A-Spec with advanced. Now on the A-Spec and advanced, you do get unique rims for this level. It's different rim design from the traditional A-Spec. So that's one way you know that you have the fully loaded model, not just a regular A-Spec. So you have the multi-spoke wheels here, rims. They're in gloss black. The tires are 255 with a 50 tire wall, and these are 20s as well. Up above that, you have some flat black that kind of goes around the MDX. You do have an A-Spec badge on the fender, let you know you get the sporty one. The wheels let you know you have the loaded one as well. Also on the front of the MDX, I didn't mention, there is a camera up in the front because you do get the Acura's 360 camera, which starts on the advanced and the A-Spec with advanced, and also the Type S. You can't get that on your traditional A-Spec MDX. Taking a look at the side profile of the MDX, you have that large front end, that long wheelbase, just to kind of give you a more luxurious look. Also make it look like there's a bigger engine under the hood as well. All MDXs will have a 3.5 V6 matted to a 10-speed automatic transmission. If you get a Type S, you will get a 3-liter V6 that's turbocharged. Makes it even more power. Around the windows is gloss black. Your pillars are gloss black. Side mirror here is also gloss black, top and bottom. You do have an LED turn signals integrated into the mirror itself, and you do have a camera underneath because Acura called its 360 camera surround view camera system. So you have that standard on the A-Spec with tech, and usually this piece right here will be chrome. That's also blacked out. This blacked out. The A-Spec package blacks everything out pretty much. Even up above, you get standard roof rails. That's also gloss black. Capless fuel filler. If you lock the MDX, it will lock this door. And you can see there's no gas cap you need to twist or pull off. Coming along to the rear of the MDX, same thing. From seeing it back here, you know it's an MDX. Acura has been using this style language on MDX for a few years now, and it still looks premium, it still looks sporty, and it still looks aggressive. So up above, you do have a shark fin style antenna that is body colored. So you can see that beautiful urban gray. You do have a window spoiler here that's half body color, half gloss black, LED third brake light, exposed windshield wipers. I know a lot of people like to have their wipers tucked in the spoilers nowadays, but Acura have it traditional in the looks there. You do have a chrome Acura emblem that you can get that blacked out through your dealership. You also have MDX in chrome, and then of course you have A-Spec in chrome as well. And super handling all-wheel drive also in chrome. All of these can get blacked out through your accessories. Now the A-Spec with tech will give you a hands-free access power tailgate where you can kick underneath the bumper. It will open and close for you. The tail lights are full LED, so your brake lights, turn signals, and reverse lights are all LED. Your license plate light bulb is also LED as well. On the lower portion here, you have some gloss black, and you have some sensors in the rear bumper, flat black on the lower portion of the bumper, and you do have 2 exhaust tips. Now this look like it's an actual tip, but you can see it just goes over the real tip there. And if you look underneath, you can see it's dual exhaust as well, and you do get a spare tire. If you're familiar with Acura's latest key, you're going to be familiar with the key for the MDX. You have Acura on the side, you have the symbol up above, you have number 1, the second key will have number 2, and you do have remote start built in on the key fob, and I think that starts on your technology package and up. You have lock, you have unlock, you have hold to pop open the trunk, and you have a panic button that you can set the alarm off, just in case you can't find it or somebody's standing near your car and you're scared. Set the alarm off, and you have a button here to take out the emergency key that's in the key fob. Now with the smart key, you do have smart entry on all 4 door handles. So you have these little lines right there. You can tap those. It will lock all the doors, fold in your mirrors. If you put your hand in there, it'll unlock all the doors, unfold your mirrors. And that's on all 4 door handles. If you put your hand in the driver's door handle first, it will only unlock the driver door. You can go ahead and change that in settings. But if you put your hand in the rear door handle or the door handle on the passenger side or the rear passenger, it'll unlock all 4 doors for you. Also, you can see it'll light up inside the door handle as well too at night. And to open this guy up, this one is the ebony interior with the urban gray exterior on the A-Spec with technology package. Your interior option is going to be this ebony, or you can get an orchid. The orchid will be a very lighter interior, or you can get this dark, I call it like charcoal because it's a dark gray in person, but you just got to take a look at one. Before we get into the interior, let's take a look at the door card. So you have soft touch up here, soft touch there, soft touch there, red stitching, which is nice. I'm gonna try to block the sun for you guys. Soft touch where you rest your elbows, red stitching there as well. You do have auto up down for all 4 windows, power locks, power mirrors, and this is a button where you can fold in the mirrors or unfold the mirrors. And up above, you do have a 3-position memory seating on the driver's door. You also have 3-position memory seating on the passenger's door as well. And that's nice because multiple people can have their seat and their steering wheel and their mirrors set to a certain way based on whoever's driving the vehicle. You do have a speaker grill here, and this is a Bang & Olufsen system. This is new for 2025. There's no more ELS Studio 3D system. The Bang & Olufsen system is a 19 speaker system as well too, premium sound. Sounds really nice. If you go to a Type S, I think you get up to 32 speakers. The A-Spec with advanced, you know you're gonna get a decent sound system. I like the material they use for the door handle. You have some piano black around here, and you have this unique, I think this is unique to the A-Spec and A-Spec with tech. You get this design here, it's textured, and you have a strip of ambient lighting in the door as well. Down below, you do have storage, bottle holder, pop open and close the trunk, another speaker grill. Let's take a look at the driver's seat here. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. You do get a 16-way power custom seat for the driver and passenger, which is nice. So you do have forward and back, you have up and down, you have this thigh portion right here, you can go up and down, forward and back for the back of the seat. And you do have a 4-way lumbar support. On the passenger side, same thing, 16 power way adjustment as well, just like the driver's seat. I just learned something new. So on the power adjustment, if you toggle the switch right here, let me jump in so I can show you guys. If you toggle that switch, it'll go between like a thigh extender, or you can adjust your bolstering or your lumbar. Because this has the A-Spec package, you do get the unique A-Spec seats. So you can see they're red stitching, perforated in the middle, and you kind of have like diamond stitching as well too, which is nice. And the headrest goes up and down and forward and back as well. And let's jump in here and turn on A-Spec Advanced MDX. So foot on brake, push the button, it whirls to life. I'm gonna close the door. I'm actually pull the seat all the way back as well, and look like we are all the way back. So for 2025, some exterior changes has been done. So I didn't get to mention the front bumper and some of the different styling, the different rim, wheel designs. But on the interior, there have been changes. A-Spec Advanced package, that's a lot to say. You do have a leather wrap steering wheel. It's perforated on the outsides, which are nice. You red stitching in the middle. You do have your flat bottom and A-Spec badging as well. On the left side of the steering wheel, you have your power button there. Heated steering wheel, standard on the A-Spec with advanced. Volume knob, next track, previous. You can also use a scroll wheel to go through your different options on the left side of the pod. You do have voice command, back key, and a menu key, so you can switch between AM, FM, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a lot of different sources. On the right side of the steering wheel, you have some of your Acura Watch safety features and some of your cruise features as well. So you have your cruise on and off, resume set, you have cancel, you have the distances for your adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist on and off, and you have a scroll wheel here which will go through information on the right side. So for example, you have trip computer, you have maps. Actually, let me hook that up so you guys can see what that looks like. So for 2025, Google built-in is standard on every MDX. So for example, I just loaded up the maps there too. So now with the map, you can see it'll pull up your Google Maps. So right there in the pod, so turn-by-turn directions can be right there in the picture. This one's in maintenance mode. I take that guy off. But you do have your oil life, you have your tire pressure, your super handling all-wheel drive. You can see the torque between all wheels. You have a G meter. You have a driver attention level. So if you're not fully awake to drive and fill up those bars, the MDX will tell you to pull over. Maybe you should take a rest. We got the seatbelts on. You can have blank that shows nothing. You have your safety support here. So here you can turn on and off your road departure mitigation, your blind spot information system. You have your low speed braking control, a collision mitigation braking system, and that's pretty much it. And then scroll down, you have settings. So here you can change different settings. So for example, your digital speedometer up there could be kilometers if you go to maybe Canada or Mexico or just a different country. And you have your gauge layout here, so you can go from advanced or you can go crafted with additional gauges that you're used to, especially in the older cars, but I'm gonna leave it in advanced. I did not mean to back all the way out. You have audio and clock. You can turn that on and off so it don't show the audio or time on that left pod. All the way at the top is gonna give you, is your hood open, is the trunk open, is the tire pressure low. Right now I'm in maintenance mode, so it's gonna keep reminding me we're in maintenance mode. You have your trip computer and back to your Google Maps as well. So I'm gonna leave it on the trip computer. You also will have a heads-up display on the A-Spec Advanced. I know you guys can see that guy right there. You can have a speedometer. You can view your navigation, safety features, many different options. And actually, all the controls for the heads-up display is gonna be here on the left side. Usually, it'll be in the display here, but on the MDX, you do have a row of buttons here. So the left one's for your heads-up display to tilt it up and down. You have the dimmer switch for the heads-up display or the heads-up display brightness. You have the circle here. This is a shortcut to your safety features. When you push that, it'll automatically go straight to the safety features there. And you do have your traction control on and off. And you also have your parking sensors on and off as well. And you have your dimmer switch for your interior lighting, not just for the heads-up display. And down below, you have stainless steel pedals, so sport pedals, so gas, brake, and even your dead pedal is stainless steel, which is nice. You pop the hood down there, and to pop the trunk, like I told you earlier, is on the door. It is a power adjustment for the steering wheel, so you have up, down, you have in and out as well too. And you can put it to exactly how you want it. And also save that position to your memory seats as well, which is nice. One thing I didn't get to mention is blind spot monitoring is on the inside of the door and not on the side mirror. So don't think MDX don't have blind spot monitoring because you don't see it out there. It's on the inside. Also, the side mirrors are auto dimming on the side mirror. So it's not just your rear view mirror, which is nice. And because you have the new Bang & Olufsen system, here's a tweeter. You can see it's a new design as well. Try to get in there for you guys. And it's a nice system. Coming along to your infotainment display here, this is where I was messing with the Google Maps to get it on this display right here. You have to go through some screens. But let's go back to home. Full touchscreen display. I believe this is a 12.3 display, so much wider than the previous MDX. You do have Google Maps built in, which I was just on. So this will show exactly how it'll look on your computer, which is nice. So for example, if you go to settings, oh, I missed that one. You can even turn on satellite as well too. Look at that. That's crazy, but I'm gonna leave that off and let whoever buys this one put it however they want. If you sign into your Google account, everything will be saved in from your Google account as well. So your saved places and things like that. It's just a nicer experience once you sign in with your Gmail. And you do have phone Bluetooth is standard, so you have phone controls, you have FM radio. You do have a Play Store since you have the Google built in, and you can download multiple different apps. If you sign in, you can see some of the apps that you can download, which is nice. And it'll be built in. You don't have to use your smartphone at all. You do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is wireless on the MDX, and it's wireless on every MDX, which is nice. You have Alexa built in as well. You can use Alexa to use stuff in the car, use stuff at home, stuff on your phone. So there's many different integration that you have on your MDX. You can use Apple, you can use Google, you can use Alexa, whichever one you want. You even have Google Assistant, so you can say, hey Google, tell me a joke.
Did you hear about the snowman that got upset when the sun came out? He had a total meltdown.
Oh, wow. So I've been asking Google these jokes in my last few Acuras that have the Google built in, and they're all so corny, but that one was the corniest for sure. But you do have Google Assistant, so you can tell it to do all types of things. You can say, I don't know, you change your temperature in your vehicle, or tell you what's the weather outside, house traffic, turn on lights in your house, however you have that guy set up, which is nice. And I don't know if you guys noticed, this is a touchscreen. There's no more trackpad on the MDX. That's gone. So the True Touch interface is gone. It's all a touchscreen. A lot of people complain that they wanted a touchscreen over the pad and most of the Acura. So Acura's listening and giving you guys a touchscreen. To be honest, the touchpad is very easy to use once you get used to it, but I guess this is more universal. So on the second page here, you do have vehicle settings, you have general settings, profile settings. You have a dedicated ambient light button here, which is nice. You don't have to go to settings and dig through the menus to find the ambient lighting. And if you, right now, it's set to whenever you put the dynamic mode between normal, sport, or econ, it'll change the ambient lighting based on what mode you're in. You can turn that off and choose whichever one you want. So for example, comfort is blue, normal is white, sport is red, of course. You have autodromo, I don't know if I said that right, but you have red, half and half white. So with the ambient lighting on the MDX, the top portions, for example, like up on the doors and up here, all will be the top color. The red will be like the footwell. So you can have split ambient lighting colors, which is nice. And these are based on real life settings. So Suzuka, racetrack, which is nice. I'm not even gonna pronounce the other one. But look at how many different colors you can choose from. So it's really nice. I'm gonna leave it on this guy, but you can decide whichever color you want on your MDX. Bluetooth, of course, audio standard, trip computer. You do have USB, plug something in, a thumb drive. I don't know who does that anymore, but if you still do it, you can plug in something in your thumb drive. It has to be USB-C though, no USB-A thumb drives. You have AM tucked away back here. You have system updates. You have Wi-Fi hotspot, cabin talk. You have clock, Acura Link, and the Acura Link will allow you to start your MDX from your phone, lock it from your phone, get any notifications on your MDX, any health reports, any issues are wrong with your MDX. It'll send you an email or direct it to your app, which is nice. And those are free trials that you can start, send those up once you buy your MDX. You have a compass, display mode for the brightness, all the apps. I don't know why I start with this bottom row, but you have clock up here too, so you can just have a clock if you don't want the app showing. And you also have cabin talk. So with cabin talk, you're able to talk through your microphone, and then whoever sits in the second or third row, they can hear you. So you can probably, I don't know if you can hear my voice echoing right now, but I can say, hey, we're not going to McDonald's. Sit down, stop picking your nose. You know, you yell at your kids, you yell at your dogs, or maybe don't yell at your partner. But yeah, that way you don't have to turn around and scream. You can use the intercom, which is a cool feature. Wi-Fi hotspot is built in, and you have system updates as well. And you do have a helper screen on this right side. So here you can view what audio you're listening to, a compass, the time, what you're averaging, the range, and back to audio. When you're using Apple CarPlay, it will take up the whole screen, which is a nice system. You can set up shortcuts over here. So you can grab any of these apps and drop it down in here, and it'll always be on that section there. And I like to go into vehicle settings because some customizations you can do. And this is cool because one, you can go to menu up here, body color, and you can choose urban. This is urban grid right here. You can change the color of your MDX, which is nice. And the menu system is all around the MDX, so you can choose something, or you can change the view where it's just a list like normal. So Acura's giving you some more customizations, which is nice. If you go to the door setup, yeah, you can turn walkway auto lock on and off. It's off by default. If you turn it on, you walk away with the key and you don't lock your doors, it will lock your doors automatically. Automatic unlock when you walk to the car, but if you put your hand in the door handle like I showed you earlier, you can use that smart entry feature as well. So I like the new menu setup, easy to use, especially if you love touchscreens, and you're gonna love this guy as well. So hit it home and go back. You have gloss black going across this whole piece right here. You have an air vent there. They still feel pretty premium quality to the touch, which is nice. Hazard in the middle. You have your engine start button, which is a nice material as well. Below that, you do have your climate control here. You can turn on the whole system. Let's not do 80 degrees. So I'm not trying to cook in here. Let's do 72. How about that? 72 with AC on. But yeah, you have the driver's temperature there, passenger temperature there, and you have the rear temperature there. So this is a tri-zone climate control. You have on and off, you have auto. The auto climate control is GPS linked, so based on your location and pretty much what the weather is, it'll automatically adjust how it should be in your car, which is nice. You have your different modes there. Sync will control all 3 zones. Turn this off, and then the passenger could, you know, catch on fire, and then the rear could be however you are. If you're by yourself, it's still sync on. You do have your fan speeds there, AC on and off, rear settings, rear lock, and that's important because you can actually lock the button so your kiddos don't mess with the climate control in the rear. And you do have your front defroster, rear defroster, heated side mirrors, and your air circulation, so you can reuse the air from outside or circulate the air that's already in here. Now, because this is the advanced package with the A-Spec, you do get the ventilated front seats, which are nice, and you can have it on auto. Same thing with the heat as well. So based on the temperature you set, it'll automatically turn on your cooling seats or your heated seats and adjust to how you have it. Also, because this is the advanced package, you do get massaging seats. So if you hold this button here, it'll pop up the massaging. Oh, I can feel it turn on right now. And you can have, look at this, wave, shiatsu, step, awake, fusion. Like, there's many different massaging, and it's not like just 3 options. They give you multiple different options. Look at that, zen. And then here you can see what's going on, and you can change the intensity of it as well. Right now, it's really giving me a massage right now. I can lower that down to 2, 1, or turn it off, and it will even show you where it's working at the moment as well too. Nice feature, nice that's on the advanced. You can also get down to your Type S. The passenger also get massaging seats, so it's not just on the driver's side. Same thing with the ventilating, heated, and auto as well. Right here in the middle, you get this big dynamic mode button. So with this guy, you can change pretty much the mode of the vehicle. So you have sport, you have normal, you have comfort, you have snow, and then you push in and hold. Oh, actually, I don't think you gotta hold it. I think you just gotta push it. Hold on, let me go back to it. Yeah, you just push it one time. You don't gotta hold it. You have your individual mode. So, no, you do hold it. What am I talking about? There you go. Yeah, you hold it, and then from here, you can change the engine to comfort, normal, sport, or change the steering to comfort, normal, sport. So you customize it how you want it. You can turn off idle stop if you hate that feature. You can change your gauges, and even the in-bed lighting as well. You can change normal, comfort, and sport. So some customization there on your MDX. Depending on what mode you choose, it will change the whole characteristic of the MDX. Let's zoom back out of here. Right below your dynamic mode button here, you do have your engine idle stop defeat button there. You do have your brake hold button here as well. You have a push shifter, so park, reverse. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake, hit reverse. It will bring up your surround view camera. Once in reverse, the surround view camera is on the outside, on the right side, and then you have your normal backup camera here, and you can change the different views. So for example, I can actually change it to normal instead of it being wide. You have your cross traffic toggle down here and your brightness here. Put that guy back into park. You do have neutral, drive, and if you hit drive again, it'll put the transmission into an S mode, which is more like a sport mode. You do have a shortcut here that says camera, and when you push this guy, it'll also just turn on the camera for you. So now you can see the front instead of the rear, and you can go from the front to the side wheels as well up front, so you can see if you're gonna curb anything. And if whenever you're driving and you get near something in the front, like an obstacle, it will automatically turn on the camera so you can see what's close to you up front, which is a nice to have. You do have a charging compartment here. Push that guy down. You have a USB-C and a USB-A. Look like this is for charging only. Piano black, kind of on both sides. I'm not a big fan of piano black, but it's not too much here on the MDX. You do have the newer center console here since they got rid of the trackpad. You have a volume knob here, next track, previous. You do have this, put your phone here, the storage here, a wider wireless phone charging pad, which is nice. You can turn it on and off. You have deeper cup holders, and you have a soft touch center console here, red stitching. It is a 2-tier system. Look down below, you have a push button here and a lever here. If you push the button, it'll pop up the top tier. We can put like pens and cards and chargers and receipts and stuff like that. Close that guy up, and you pull this guy, you can open up the whole center console, and you can see you have 2 USB-C ports in there, and that's pretty much it. Now, the left USB-C is for wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto, or if you're using the USB port for like a thumb drive or anything like that, the right one is for charging only, and it's just a mat down there as well. It doesn't move forward or back. Now, on your glove box over here, it is lockable, and I love the material that Acura used for it. It's like a silver finish, which is nice. And you open that guy up, it is damped and is lined with felt, which is nice, and it won't scratch anything you put in there. I like the you have soft touch here with red stitching, soft touch on the dash as well. And up above your touchscreen display, you do have a auto dimming rear view mirror. Remember, your side mirrors are also auto dimming, and you have HomeLink built in. You don't have to add that as an accessory, which is nice. The fourth button will turn on your auto dimming on and off. And up above that, you do have some lighting controls, and you do have LED lighting, and that's throughout the whole cabin. So at nighttime, they're really bright. You do have an SOS button here, so the link button, I guess, is gone, and the concierge button, I guess, is gone too. So this is for emergency. You flip that guy out, push it, you'll talk to an operator, and then you do have your moonroof controls. So you do have a panoramic moonroof on the MDX, and that's standard on every one. So if you pull the right one, it'll open the shade all the way back, and you can see it letting a lot of light, make it a lot more airy in here. It feels more spacious in here. And on the left switch here, it'll actually open your moonroof, sunroof, moonroof, however you call it. Now, only the front portion opens, the back portion does not open. And if you push it straight up, it'll also ventilate as well for you. It don't raise too high, just a little smidge like that, which is all you need. Close that guy up. Oh, let's turn the light off. We don't need that on. You do have a sunglass holder that's also lined in there. It won't scratch up your sunglasses, which is nice. And then you have your switches over here for your door, so you can have all the lights come on when you open the door, and you can have it fade away. Now, your headliner is black. Let's close this guy up so I don't cook in here. So you can see, put that guy back on there. You do get light and a mirror for the passenger side. It's not LED, but at least they give you a light. And on the driver's side, same thing. You get a mirror with a light. Now, part of your 19 speaker Bang & Olufsen system, you do get speakers in the roof as well. It's more for ambient sound, so you don't hear too much coming out of there. Most of it's gonna be the speakers on the side. But let's jump out of here and see what your rear passengers are gonna experience. So this is how wide the rear doors open, which is nice. I'll zoom in to give you guys a better idea. It's not 90 degrees, but it's pretty wide. Now, on the rear door, you have hard touch here. Actually, it's slightly soft here. It's not hard. It's slightly soft. You do have soft touch there, red stitching, soft there, soft where you rest your elbow. It's not as soft as the driver's seat though. You do have a window switch there, more red stitching, and you do get a Bang & Olufsen grill, speaker grill here, another speaker there, bottle holder storage. I always love the door handle material, and you do have a peasant blocker built in to the rear doors as well on both sides. Now, taking a look at the seats for the second row, very similar to the driver's seat, where it's perforated in the middle. You get the diamond stitching, which is nice. You get the same piping as well. You do have the easy access to your car seat or your tethers or your booster seat. I like you don't have to put your finger in there and dig for it. The middle seat is removable, so you can turn your MDX into a captain's configuration if you wanted to. That way the kiddos can walk around, or the adults can walk around to the third row. Let's jump in here. I have the driver's seat all the way back. I'm 5'10". I have about an inch and a half, maybe about half an inch or an inch, about an inch, I'll say, to the back of the seat here. You do have a mat pocket behind the driver. You have one behind the passenger. And I like that it's this hard material, so the kids can kick it. You just wipe it and you're good to go. It's not gonna mess up the leather on the seats. The middle portion here does have your climate control, and this is what you can lock from up front there that I showed you earlier. So you can lock all these buttons back here, but you do have your climate control there, so your temperature, you have the fan speed, you have heated seats in the second row. You have to get an advance and up to get the heated second row seats. No cooling back here, just heated. You have auto climate control, your different modes, on and off, and only the outboard seats are heated as well, and it's 3 different levels, so high, medium, and low, air vents down below. You do get a power outlet and 2 USB-C ports, and that's just blank. And the floor is kind of, actually mostly flat, so slight hump. You can see a slight hump. You're not even notice that it's somebody sitting in the middle seat. And then these second row seats, you can see you can pull the bar. They move forward and back as well, which is nice. Now this middle seat doesn't, because this is removable, but this seat also moves forward and back. You can fold this guy down, turn it into an armrest / cup holder, release the back, and you just lift this thing right out. And like I say, you can keep this thing as a captain's. You have a speaker up above. You have a dry cleaning hook as well. On this side, you also have a dry cleaning hook, speaker, and some LED lighting on the sides as well. To get to the third row, you can either remove that seat and walk around, or Acura put this easy access button right here. You push this guy, folds forward automatically for you. You can get to the third row. Or if you want to fold the seats down, you pull this lever right here and it drops down. Being that the driver's seat is all the way back, I think I can move this back a little bit. There we go. And it'll still drop down for you. So that's nice. You can have the driver's seat all the way back, still drop these seats down. Now, there's some floor mats back here. Let me move that out the way, and I'm actually going to get back there. And here's one thing about the MDX that you have to decide, you know, what you want, because most buyers don't need a third row, but would love to have one, and that's exactly what these are. So this is space they give you to get back there. You can put a foot back there, which is nice. And then let's sit back here. And it's not too spacious back here, to be honest. So sitting back here, and if I pull this thing back, I can still sit behind this person with the seat all the way back, but my knees is touching the back of the seat. You may want to ask this person to move their seat up a little bit to, to give you some leg space. To get out of here though, you push this button and it will fold forward for you, or you can pull this little tab right here as well. But with the middle seat folded down, you get some additional storage here, and this seat is folded flat. But what you get is a cup holder back here. You do get a USB-A, but that's pretty much it. There's no air vents back here. You have a speaker, small little window, hard touch. Same thing on the, if I look to the left here, cup holder, another USB-A, so 2 USB-As back here, but it's all hard touch. This is like a carpet material. Look at that, there's a whole tie down thing right here. But I don't think most of you are gonna have your third rows up all the time. And you can fit an adult back here, but if you really hate them, just put them back here and drive on a 5-hour trip. They will love you. But let's jump out of here and let's take a look at the cargo space as well. Let's jump out of here. So remember, you can kick underneath the bumper, and when you kick underneath the bumper, it'll open and close for you, which is a nice feature. Also, this rear tailgate is adjustable, so you can set it to whichever height that you want. You just grab it, put it where you want, hold a button, it'll save to that height. Now, take a look at the third row. So this side is already folded down. There's no power folding or anything like that. You just pull this little lever there and push down, and it will fold down for you. And this is kind of how you will probably have your configuration for your MDX. Plenty of space back here. Definitely plenty of space. You do have some storage here. So you pull this guy up, and you have some storage down here. Your jack and your tools and your funnel will be behind this piece right here. You turn the 2 knobs, you can get there. To release the spare tire, you pull this cap up and twist it off as well. And then it's telling you to look at your owner's manual to learn how to use back here. This is reversible, so you have a hard side and a carpet side. And this can actually go down inside as well too. It's kind of hard with one hand, but there you go. You can drop that in there too if you have something a little bit more taller. But I'm gonna put this back up, have it flush with the rear seats. You do have storage on the left side here. You have a front license plate bracket, which is nice. And what is this? I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what that is. But you have storage over here, some tie downs as well. And you do have a grocery hook. You have a power outlet back here. And you have a walkaway auto lock feature. So you push this, it turns green. The trunk will stay open until you walk away. So you back up, and then it'll close for you, which is a nice feature. So if your hands are full, you can't push the button. You can't push the button on the tailgate. You can't kick underneath the bumper. You can just turn that guy on and it'll let you walk away. So let's jump out of here and jump into the brochure and look at some more color options you have on your A-Spec Advance and the interior options. Welcome back to the 2025 Acura MDX model lineup. Today we're looking at highest level you can get, fully loaded A-Spec with advanced package. So you got the MDX, you have the technology package, you have the A-Spec package, you have the advanced package, and then you have A-Spec with advanced, and technically the Type S is the fully loaded model, which only come with advanced. But we're not talking about the Type S, because that's a different powertrain. We're talking about the 3.5 MDXs. So the lineup is actually really easy, real simple. So the A-Spec with advanced package is technically an upgrade from the regular A-Spec. New feature, so this is new for 2025, quilted and perforated Milano Premium leather trim interior with contrast stitching and piping. 16-way power front seats with power lumbar, thigh extension, side bolsters, and a 9-way massage function. So the power lumbar and thigh extension and the side bolsters, I only found about that feature because I was actually on a test drive and someone hit it by accident. One of the customers hit it by accident. I was like, oh snap, I didn't even know it could do that. So that's why I added it in this video. You have a 10.5-inch heads-up display, surround view camera system, 7 total USB charge ports, heated outboard rear seats. So that's USB and A's put together. Heated outboard rear seats, heated steering wheel, LED outer door handle lights, and roof rails. So let's go ahead and build us an A-Spec with advanced package. We're gonna build us an MDX. So no, we're gonna start over. And why is it showing me the Type S? So let's go back and okay, so here's your 3 powertrains, because technically in a 3.5 you can get either front wheel drive or super handling. I think front wheel drive is only for it's only for MDX and technology. So you get A-Spec and up, it's all wheel drive is standard. If you get the Type S, all wheel drive is standard. So let's click on our super handling all wheel drive. We're gonna build an A-Spec with advanced. Let's take a look at some of the color options on the A-Spec with advanced. And I'm sure a lot of customers are gonna be very happy that you can get a lighter interior with your A-Spec, because if you get a regular A-Spec, your only options is either ebony or red. That's it. There's no orchid. So you can get the orchid in advance. Starting off with lunar silver metallic, which only comes with ebony interior. You have majestic black pearl, which is an upcharge for the color. And actually every exterior is an upcharge besides silver, by the way. So if you want the lowest price A-Spec with advanced, then you have to get a silver one. Majestic black pearl has either ebony interior or you have the red interior. And actually, no, I didn't mean to do that. If we go to interiors, look at the red, you can see it's a nice blend. It's not too bright. It's not too burgundy. It's like the perfect blend. I think I haven't done a red interior MDX yet. I think when I do the A-Spec, I'm gonna try to find one with red interior. Actually, I think we have one with red interior, so I can show you guys. But the red interior is actually really nice. It really pops. If you're familiar with the RDX, it's kind of similar to there, but this actually has more red in it. Because you have the upgraded seats versus the regular A-Spec, it's less black in there, just a lot more red. But let's go back to the exterior colors. You do have liquid carbon metallic, which you can get ebony interior, red interior, or orchid interior. Let me show you guys the orchid interior. And just in case you want a lighter interior, you have this option available, which is also nice. I think it's a little bit too light for me, but some people out there, really want a light interior, because a lot of vehicles out there are going away with lighter interior. So it's nice that you still have that. You have an option, with the MDX. Performance red only gives you ebony interior. Platinum white pearl gives you ebony or red. I'm surprised you can get orchid with platinum white pearl. So that's interesting. Apex blue gives you all 3 colors, so ebony, red, and orchid. And then you have urban gray pearl, which we're doing. It doesn't look like this in person. I don't know why it looks very like sky bluish here on the website. But I was actually going to do a urban gray with orchid interior, but that one sold ASAP. So actually someone reserved that one actually too, so I didn't get to jump on that one. But at least I jumped on this guy with the ebony interior. Next is going to be interior. We're going to go ahead and skip that guy because we got our ebony. And as far as accessories for your MDX, it's very simple, very easy. All the accessories are the same between all the trim levels, because Acura is kind of a one-size-fits-all type brand. You don't get an A-Spec and you have to add, panoramic moonroof, or you have to add cooling. Everything's already in the vehicle. So with the advanced, you have everything. The A-Spec with advanced. Technically, the advanced, you have everything too, but you just don't get the A-Spec sportiness. So you have all the protection packages, the valve stem caps, blacked out emblem. These are all stuff to either dress up your MDX or you can protect your MDX. But tailgate trim chrome. Oh, okay. So I was like, what the heck? Oh yeah, right here in the middle. That's interesting. You can make this piece right here chrome for some reason. I mean, I feel like the whole reason why you're getting the A-Spec with the advanced because you want it blacked out. So that's interesting that you can do that. But logo pattern projector, welcome lights, and of course your roof attachment. So plenty of different accessories you can add on to your. Why is this even technology and up have this standard? So they should have just kept this in the MDX, and that's it. I guess package. I don't know why that's even here. The A-Spec Advanced gets that already. Kayak attachments, roof baskets, like plenty of different options. Running boards, which is interesting. You can get a chrome one or a black one. More attachments, roof rails. This is interesting too because you already get black ones on the A-Spec Advanced. It's a very handsome looking SUV. You can add a hitch in the rear. Okay, they got multiple different ones as well. Body side molding, door edge film. Like I don't really have to go through all of these because if you've watched all my other MDX's walkarounds, it's the same accessories pretty much. I like that you can choose the interior panel trim between it's like a wood grain or brushed aluminum. But the A-Spec give you that wide texture type material, which is cool. Same thing on the door panel as well. That's nice. Premium carpet floor mats. You have the illuminated door sill trim. So little things you can do to make your MDX more unique. Cargo cover. I recommend the cargo cover and the cargo tray. Come in handy. Cargo protector for your pets, people out there. You want your dog scratching up your plastic or your carpet with their claws. Cargo tray. So yeah, so a lot of goodies you can throw in there to dress up your MDX. Let's look at the pricing. Starting MSRP is $68,300. Urban Gray Pearl will add $600 to the price tag. Destination handling is $1,350, and you're looking at $70,250 for a fully spec'd out MDX, not including in Type S. I think Type S is like mid-70s or something like that. But let's say you don't need the turbo V6. You know, you don't need 355 horsepower. 290 is fine. This is a good package to go with. And like I said, a lot of customers were complaining that they wanted an A-Spec, but they wanted more features. So Acura do listen to their peoples, and they have this trim level now and the updated sound system and the touchscreen display. So there's some changes for 25 on the MDX that I'm sure everything else is going to follow suit. So the TLX still have the touchpad, the RDX still have the touchpad, Integra have a touchscreen, ZDX have a touchscreen, and then the new ADX have a touchscreen. So I'm sure the RDX and the TLX is going to get the same interior pretty soon or whenever they get refreshed. But I'm going to end everything here. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about the A-Spec with Advanced. If there's anything I missed, drop a comment below. Help me out. I love when you guys help me out or notice something I ain't noticed. I'm going to end this video here, and you guys want to see some videos pop up. Check out my other MDX videos. Check out my other Acura videos. I have some Honda videos on this channel as well. And, of course, subscribe if you love the content. Thank you for watching. I'm going to catch you in the next video.